Fine. So in our project, we completed our login functionality and guard also we implemented. And the constant, instead of having that URL everywhere, sorry, not URL, the local storage key name. Instead of having that multiple places, we moved it to over in the constant. Now, the batch master CRUD operation we are going to do. So we have asked our Bolt AI to create the UI. Okay. So now I'm just copy pasting the CSS. So this CSS will be common, okay? Because same chart I'm going to use for remaining design. So same, whatever the UI theme it has selected, na same it will follow. So this I'm moving it to my style.css because this will be constant. This will be common for all the component. Then I need the HTML body copy. HTML will go over here. Did we create the component? Localhost 4000 cheaper@gmail.com, password, admin, sign in, batch. Okay, so UI is coming. Now we don't need this, so we will remove it. This we don't need it because we are going to create a reusable component for breadcrumb. Okay, now, so this is something is not correct, na? Okay, icons are not coming. What icon it has used? Was using, okay, this is font awesome 6.4 it is using. Okay, for now I'm not installing. I will just copy paste this in my index.html. Later we will install it. Save. Yeah, so now icons are also coming, but still why it is not looking like it's very huge.
Plus is not zooming on browser.
Plus is there?
So remove the
Okay, one
container.
100%. And I will remove the container so that this space also it will use. So container. Anyone knows what's the difference between fluid and container? I got this question asked. What's the difference between container and container fluid? Rahul.
100% width text.
And
Yeah, that I say, but he was not looking for that. He wanted something
Left
else.
side,
Fluid
right
is
side.
used for response.
Yeah, that I told ki with container fluid we get less space. But he was looking for something else. Let it be. Rahul, you know what other thing is there?
Left side and right side facing increase.
Yeah,
no,
that
Left.
both them.
apart from that, what he said something else is also there.
Mm.
For different devices, it does something for responsiveness. I also didn't know. Okay, fine. So it is coming, but this we don't need that this much big, right? So we can reduce it. So instead of call LG5, let's go with 4 and here call 8. Save. Okay, now it's looking proper. Now, so we got the UI. Now what we need to do, we need to complete the CRUD operation of it. Okay. Now morning I have explained you that class and interface, right? Wait, where's the face tracking now? So class and interface we have done already. So now we will, when we are actually working on the actual enterprise level application project, what approach we select that we will go. So this is our post API. So if you see, this is the object what we have to pass to the post API. And if you check the get API, same object we will be getting. See, same object, whatever the properties you are passing in the post API, same object you are getting in the get API also. So shall we go for a class or interface?
Class.
Class, right? Because same properties are there in get API and same properties are there in your post API also. Okay. So we will create class for that. Now, as I have already explained, so I will use JSON to TS converter. An online site is there which will get you the type. I will copy it. It gives you the interface. Then we will convert it to class. Now, in core folder, we have to create a model folder. So model Again, either we can have class or interface. So we will create two folder, classes and your interfaces. Okay. Now in classes, we will create our first class that will be, what is this? Batch. So batch dot model dot ts. Simple TypeScript file. Okay. We will paste it. Now here we are not going to use the interface. We have to create the class. So class, whatever the properties we have, according to that it has created. Export class batch model. Okay. Now these are the things we have. Okay. Now what next thing we have to do? Why we are getting error?
Structure initialization.
Right? We have to initialize it. Batch ID. What we will initialize with? Batch ID. Batch ID is a primary key. What do we initialize primary key with?
0.
0.
0, right? So this dot batch name string, all string we will initialize with 0. See the shortcut now. I will copy this remaining thing, paste it over here, copy this dot. Okay. Now I will copy paste this.
Copilot also suggests, right?
Yeah, I disabled that copilot. That's why it is not suggesting. Okay. Boolean is a Boolean. So is active by default. We will make it false. Don't keep copilot on. Okay. Sign out. Because if you are in the learning phase and you are not writing this, you won't remember this while doing the machine test. Okay. So we created a class of it. Now coming back to our component. So first thing, we have to import our forms module. Okay. Then we have to create a new object, new batch obj colon. The data type will be our model. So batch model. Is equal to new batch model. It's a class, so we can use new operator to create an object of it. Okay. Now this object is there. Now we need to bind this object to our form also. Do we need to show this batch ID in the UI? Do we need this?
No.
In UI, do we need this batch ID?
No.
No.
Okay. Keep in mind this in rule. Whenever you are working on a project, we don't showcase primary key anywhere in our application. Okay. We should not show primary key anywhere. Okay. So we don't need this. Now batch name. So here also shortcut. Okay. So first text box I will write ng model. Your new batch object dot. This is going to be common. So what I will do, I will search this and I will replace with this. So these are the shortcut which will help you to increase your development speed. Okay. So dot your batch name, description, start date, end date, and so for the checkbox we didn't have that class present. Here we have to manually add it. Is active. Okay. So we created object, that object we binded over here. Now on click of create batch, we need to do the API call integration. So do we write the API call function into component?
Service create.
Right? We need a service. So we will create a service now. So instead of writing your API call function over here, we will create a service. So service will go into our core folder, correct? So services folder I will create. Now here first folder I will create, that will be our batch. Okay. We can create all the services directly into the service folder also. But again, just to bifurcate, we are creating folder, and inside that folder, we will create our service. So ng generate service batch service. Why I have to give this name over here? Previously, we didn't used to do like this, right? Why I have to do this?
Now that service and component
right?
is not come here.
So because Angular has removed that naming convention, now it is just .ts file. So that's why it is possible that some of you might have created the batch component with batch name only. And now if you create the service also with batch name, now you have two TypeScript classes with the batch name. Okay, that's why. Now, so we created service. Do we need, it's an Angular 21, right? Do we need to add provide HTTP client over here in app client?
No.
Okay, that is not needed. That's the new feature of Angular 21. We don't need to add anything in the app config. Now, HTTP is equal to inject HTTP client. Okay, so first API call, create new batch. Fine. So this return this dot HTTP dot post API call. Now coming back to the URL part. Okay, so where is our URL? So this is our URL. Okay, now till over here API is going to be common. See, in the bash it is like that. If you go to the enrollment, it will be API/enrollment. See, but till over here it is common. So where we should move this URL? Where we should keep this URL? The common URL?
Global constant.
Environment, right? So we have to create an environment folder now. So let's open a new terminal. Command to create environments. How do you create environments?
Generate environments.
Generate
Environment name.
environments. Okay, S. Fine. Now in environment folder, you will create two here also. Your, let's say, API underscore URL. The common URL will go over here also and over here also. Fine. Now in your service. Now after API, what is our URL? The controller name. See, if you check the, what are these? What are these? Batch dashboard, batch and batches, batch session, batch user, candidate. What are these?
In file.
This component.
Components.
No, this is API documentation now.
Controllers in .NET.
Controllers in .NET. Okay, means basically API slash, here you can see batch dashboard. Here you see batch enrollment. Here you see batch session slash whatever something. Okay, so these are your controller name. Either whatever the project we use, right? It's a common part in API also. How here we are creating, separating something, na? There also they do that. So it's a controller. All the API related to dashboard will be in the dashboard controller. All the API related to enrollment will be in the batch enrollment controller. So this is your controller name. Okay. So that controller name means nothing but our actual URL. So in global constant, here either one more constant I'm creating. Okay. Export const API methods. Instead of putting that over there, I'm just creating a separate one. Okay. Now here we have various module. So first we will create batch one. Okay. So get API, get batch. Now get batch, where it is. So get API URL. So this is only up till batches only, right? So now why normally remaining project you might have seen, I provide the method name, like get all batches, get batches by ID, something method name I provide. But here in this project, I didn't follow that. See the remaining API, okay? Why I didn't follow that? There's a reason for that. See over here, you see method names are very clear. Add update, add new user, get all user, login, update user, right? But here I didn't follow that. Because in every controller, we just have the 4-5 methods only. Post, get two method, put one, delete one. So we are going, URL will be constant, but we are going to play with the method. Only method will be changing. URL will be stays same. This normally follows in our actual project also. Okay. So this is just everyone should understand because most of the freshers watch this video, right? So that's why I have to keep URL very understanding. But in actual project, these are the API URL will be look like. Only 4 methods will be there in your controller. Get, post, put, delete. Okay. So instead of going like that, we just need URL. So that will be batches. So this is our controller name. No method name is required. Okay. So here we will say save new batch. Okay. Or just simply batches will also work because URL is going to be constant. Batch, then enrollment, some enrollment URL, then we have sessions, then your controller name. Okay. Now, so in batch service here, you need the API URL. So API URL,
environment, no?
sorry, that name I'm API underscore URL only, no? Sorry, environment dot. Same mistake, I'm doing it again. Environment dot API URL plus then your global API constant. Why it's not coming? API method constant dot batch. Okay. Now it's a post API. We are going to need the objects. So obj colon. Now the class name. We should not use any, right? We have created a class. So this data type we will provide it over here. And whatever the object we get, that we will pass it as a second parameter, comma second. Okay. Fine. Now tell me what is the return type of this function? What is the return type of this function? Every function will have some return type, right?
Observable.
What is,
Observable.
okay, what we are returning? This dot HTTP post. So whatever this post return, that will be with the return type of this. See the return type of post, observable. So here also you should provide the proper data type, return data type. What data type this function is going to return. Now, if you check the API response, what type of data we are getting from all the API? All our APIs is going to return this type of data, result, message, and data. All APIs, either it is post API, delete API, put API, get API, all APIs are going to return this model, result, message, and data. So we have to create interface for this. So in our interface model, API, or let's say common model dot ts. Okay. Export interface API response, and it's an interface. So we will start with I. Okay. These are the things we have. This will be Boolean. This will be string. Sorry, equal to. And this data here, data can be anything. See why here I'm allowing any, because if you are using the post API in data, you are going to get a single object. Okay. But if you are in the get API, in data, you are getting the array. Understood? So every response, this is the only data where it can become anything. So that's why in your whole project, this is the only place where you will use any, not anywhere else. Okay. So we created interface. Now this function is basically returning the observable type of data, means whatever the data you get from the API. but it is returning observable. But what observable? What kind of data? Right? Observable of type IAPI response. This type of data you are returning now. So same thing you have to provide over here and after the post API also. This is your actual proper API call function that should be in your service with proper return type. Okay, this function is returning what type of data? Observable. But again, in observable, what type of? So your API is returning three properties: result, data, and message. So that interface we created and that we added over here. Understood? You will understand why we are doing this. Okay. So in our batch service, we created our API call function. Now into our component. So here we need to write the function, but we need to inject our service. So batch srv is equal to inject batch service. Now here this dot batch service dot, currently we just have one function. This function expect an object. So this dot new batch object dot subscribe round bracket curly bracket next colon result. What data type I give it over here to this result? What data type I should give it over here? Any? Any is not allowed. What data type I should give it over here to this result?
I result.
API response.
API response. This function is returning this now. See the return type of this function. Okay. So this only response type you have to give it over here. Why it's not coming? API response. Okay. Your success block, error block. Fine. Let's add a debugger over here. First, this is the first time, so we will test it properly. Here also. Let's save all. Let's say B32. Anyone didn't create now with B32 name? B32. Why it is giving me over here? Okay. So we are getting this error. Why we are getting this error?
Not use the name properly.
Okay. So in our component, we might be having form tag. See, we have the form tag. Inside form tag, we are using ng model. So name attribute become mandatory. So name is equal to batch name. Let me copy paste. Description. Start date. End date. Okay, save. Fine. So we don't have error now. Let's say B32 full stack. This is the batch name. Okay. Full stack batch. Start date. When we started? November, na?
17.
17th of November.
17th. Okay. Let's say February 20th. We will try to complete, but it won't. Activation status 2. Okay. Let's enable the debugger. On click of create batch now. We got the debugger. Hover on the object. See all the data we are getting. Created and an updated and we are passing empty. String value we are passing. Okay. Now check it over here. What it will expect? Created and an updated and what it is expecting?
Date.
Date it is expecting. And we are passing string value empty. So will our API execute or it will break? It will work or no?
Execute, I guess.
Execute.
It will break 400. When do we get 400? What's the meaning of 400?
Bad.
Bad.
Bad request means what API expect, you didn't pass the same. You passed something wrong. Okay. So if you check the preview, in errors, you get the error. He created at. It broke over there. Okay. So created and an edited date. In the model, we will initialize our basic date. Where is batch model? So instead of where is created at? Instead of string, we will add it as a date. And here, new date, by default, new date. Okay, you also do the same thing. Otherwise, you will ping me with the error that API is not working. Let's try now. Number 17. Okay, is it date time? I think date time is their input type. That's why it is showing like that. Create. Now, if you hover, see in created at and updated at, you are getting this proper date, current date. Continue. Continue. See, API call is success. See the response. In data, you got the actual object which got created. While sending the object, we passed 0. But now the record is created. So we got, wait, yeah, just a minute. One more group was there. I forgot to add link in there. Okay. So now here you see result property is true. Means API call is success. Okay. And we got API call is success means record got created. Okay. So this result property will decide that if API call is success or not. Okay. So here we will just write a logic like if result dot see you are getting the proper IntelliSense now. Now from API also you are getting the message. You can use that message also, or sometimes we have to show our message also. So that also you can use. So alert batch created successfully. Shall we move this message to the constant or no?
Sir, API already giving this message, so we can use that also.
Right? API is already giving that message also. See, we are getting this message from the API side. Why API people might send this message? Why we cannot? Because it's a UI thing, na? We should have a control over it. But why API is providing the message? In most of the project, na, success message one, those messages normally comes from the API only. Why they should have the control and why not on the UI side?
That makes debugging
Standardization.
Huh?
debugging becomes easier.
Sir, if anything change from backend, so
Yeah.
from on
Right?
UI end we
UI
will.
doesn't has to do anything. UI
Yes.
build, you don't have to deploy the UI build again. And they also they don't hardcode this. They have that resource file and so many things are there. So they don't have to build again. They change the resource file and it will happen. Okay. Now, so save API call is success. Just like that in error also. API error. Now, the same batch name, we will try it again. Okay. Let's check the gate API again. Okay. So I'm trying to create this batch, new batch again with the same batch name. Okay. Let's try. Now see what happens. The batch name already exists. We have already created the batch with this name. Okay. If I click on create batch now, continue, it's going to the error block. See, result property is false. Okay. So our cache block conflict means whatever the data you are trying to, this is a return type conflict. Whenever there is a warning or something, now we use it. So now our cache block should execute. Wait, we didn't save or what? Let's try one more time. Let's add a debugger. Okay. So now if you hover on the error, see error dot error. Here you are getting the same object again. So result property you need to check, and message, whatever the message you are getting from the API, that you need to display. Okay. So how you will extract that? Error dot message. Okay. So instead of this, or after this also plus, then error dot message. Okay. Let's try it one more time. See, now you are getting the proper message from the API. Understood? Because API is written you. You don't know na, ki this batch name already is created or not. API has to check from the database. Whenever you are passing some object to getting stored, they will check that if this data, in every table you have something unique. So in our table, batch name is unique. If the batch name is already created, there should not be a duplicate record. So from API, you are getting the error. Understood? Now you have to show the data over here. Okay. Now again in the batch service, we have to create one more call. So get all batches, return this dot http dot get your URL, environment.api URL, and URL will be same. We don't have method name, right? So this same thing will go over here. Okay. Now again return type. So same return type will go over here also. Get all batches. Now normally what we do till now, right? I'm explaining a new topic. Okay. So we implement our ng on init, on init, ng on init, and we create a function load batches, and here this dot batch service dot our function, and we subscribe, right? This is what we do. Result colon I API response. Okay. And whatever the data we get, that we store into some variable batch list colon batch model array of this we are getting. Okay. So here this dot batch list is equal to res result dot data. Okay. And this function we call it on the page load. Fine. This is the normal thing we do. Then we bind it to the HTML. Remove the static one at the rate for loop. Okay. I'm always using for loop. Okay. But you don't have to use the for loop. Sometimes use your ng for also, because most of you are going to work on the older version of the projects also. So be familiar with both of the thing. Now here serial number. So we have to use $index +1 item dot. Okay. So here batch name, start date, and end date. Okay. Now here you can see we have that badge active or not. How do active inactive now? We removed it also. Let's see the color for this. Badge inactive. So just class we need to add a dynamic. Okay. If the property is true, we will have this class, otherwise that class. So here ng class we will use. So let's import ng class. mg class. Then over here, so mg class. If item dot is active is true, then this class, otherwise this class. So if this property is true, then this class, otherwise inactive was there, no? Okay. Let's save and check. Why we didn't call? We called, no? Save, save. Result dot data. We are getting the data. Now it is why it is not coming to the UI. We got the data, right? Why it is not coming to the UI?
Null.
Let me reload again. Okay.
Null.
Okay. Remaining guys, understand the issue? See, API call happens. Currently it is empty. We have stored the data also over here, but the data is not visible over here. Why it is not coming over here? Because it's a normal variable. We are in the Angular 21. By default, zoneless app is there. So instead of going for a normal variable, we have to use signal.
Signals.
Okay. Signal. We'll see empty. Now it's a signal. So this dot batch list dot set method. Okay. In HTML also it will change because it will access as a method now. Now it should show. See. Okay. Total 7 records are there. 7 records are coming. Understood? What else we need to do inside this? Something we need to do? What do we need to do over here?
Only date is needed.
Right? So see, time is 0, 0 only. So why to show this? Na? So we will show date. How do we show the date only?
Pipe we have to use.
Date pipe.
Date pipe. Okay. So we have to import our date pipe. So here, date. We can pass the format dd, mm, yy. Will this work? Will this work?
showing
Huh? Will this work or it will break?
capital M.
Capital
right.
M na.
Yes.
Okay. Save. Save. Okay. Now UI is proper. Okay. Edit and the delete. I'm not going to do it. Already we know it. Now, the problem with this approach, ki when we are subscribing, we are having a memory leak. Means when you do the subscribe, okay, it is constantly looking for this. It is constantly checking. You know that when we initially saw what does subscribe do? He consider a satellite is there and you have a TV receiver. So your TV receiver is continuously, if your TV is on and you forget to, that one more plug will be there for your DTH. So if you don't turn off that DTH receiver, your antenna will continuously subscribing from that your satellite. You have to turn it off also, na? Otherwise, it is constantly consuming. Even though your TV is off, your dish antenna is constantly fetching the data from your satellite. So we need to turn it off. So same thing happens over here also. So when you subscribe, it is constantly checking for this, if it is emitting data or not. So we need to stop it. So to stop it, we create that, what is that? Single instance. How do we create single instance?
NG
No. Because currently we just have one API call, na? So I don't want to go for that array. How do we create single instance of that?
Input variable, we can assign to variable.
Subscription, no? Subscription. Like this only, na?
Yes,
Single
no.
object.
Yes.
Hmm?
Import from the
We need to initialize. Okay. Now, let me first try it, okay? This dot, sorry, this dot subscription equal to this. And then let me find this if we can unsubscribe. Not unsubscribe. Yeah. Okay. So whenever in your component you subscribe like this, so you should unsubscribe to also. Subscribe means it is constantly looking for the changes. It is constantly fetching the data. But once your work is done, you have to unsubscribe. Okay. In case of view child, what was the lifecycle event we use?
ng after view initialize.
ng after view init, right? So now second lifecycle event we are going to see, that is ng on destroy. So whenever you are done with your component, you should unsubscribe. Okay. So to unsubscribe, what we do? We create a subscription object. See this whole thing, what I have highlighted. What is this? You are subscribing. So that there is a data type subscription. Okay. So this you are storing into your subscription object. Now you have to implement on destroy. Okay. And in on destroy, you have to unsubscribe. ng on destroy. So means when you are stopping listening to the data, it's not like you redirect and it will stop. It doesn't do like that. It is constantly looking. So memory leak is happening. So this dot your subscription object dot unsubscribe. This is what you have to do. Okay. So in Angular, we have an interview question like how do you avoid a memory leak? Okay. Memory leak means whenever you subscribe, it will constantly fetch the data. It is constantly looking. So some memory it is occupying. And even if your component get destroyed now, even if you are navigating from this to another component, still this is active. This should not be active, na? So once you are navigating, this lifecycle event will trigger and you are unsubscribing. Okay. So you create a subscription object and you assign this subscription to this variable and you unsubscribe. Okay. So this extra thing you need to do with manual. One more thing is there that we will see in the next component. That is async pipe. Okay. So async pipe I will explain in next component in enrollment. Understood all? And once you save, again, you should call this API so that latest record will be visible. So over here, you will call that. Let's check it. One more thing. If the result is true, this is you are doing. But in else block also you need to do something. So normally from the alert from API only, you get message that you need to display. So result dot message property. Okay. Let's try. So currently we have 7 record. Okay. Let's say B-33 upcoming batch. Yet to active. So create batch. Batch created successfully. And see new record got added over here. I will make the API changes. Like a latest record should come to the top. Okay. I will do that change. From API, it will come to the top. Ascending, descending, I will add. Okay. Guys, so batch component is completed. Edit and the delete. Shubham and Milind, I will provide you the access of this code. You can complete edit and the delete functionality and validation too. Okay.
Yes, Chet.
Sir, Shubham here.
Understood all?
Sir, Shubham here.
Yeah.
Sir, can I show my screen?
Wait. Everyone clear till now? So tomorrow before the session, you have to complete get and the post part. Edit and the delete later you can do. But at least tomorrow get and the post part you should try. Okay. Create the UI like we have done in last session. Okay. Yeah, anyone having any doubt again?
Sir, can we complete edit and delete too?
But it's the basic same thing, no?
Uh,
Why I will do it again? I have
no,
already
no,
done it.
we have to do that.
You can do, you have to do, na?
Yes, yes.
Chetan, can you arrange one session for debugging?
Yeah, we will do. Let's complete this project first. Yeah, anyone else having any doubt?
Yeah, Chetan, I have a doubt, but not
Ah,
related to this.
ah,
I have a scenario like I have like the same table in that one component. I have a same like the table. So when
ah,
I click that, there is one icon button. So I have to click that. I have to route to the another component. So
ah,
visible the overall detail about the single row. So
ah,
this is the requirement. So what I have faced the issue means when I close the pop-up,
ah.
again my component will render. So they told it don't call the API again. Whatever when you close means you have to show the same data. So every time I open and close, the component will the API will get loaded because I will be uh, call the API on ng on in it. So in that scenario, every time I will open and close, the total component will be again loaded. So how can but I will did that by using the getter setter. So this is the correct way to.
No, normally getter setter should not be used for like that. That's where store come into the picture or RxJS subject. There you can store the data. But if
Okay.
you are not reloading, right?
Yeah, I'm not reloading,
Ah,
but once I back to the
coming back forth. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
So you
but
can store that data into your subject so that you can have the
okay.
access to that. So you don't need to make API call again.
Yeah, okay. If it is possible, in coming class, you how to use subject in the
Yeah, subject, and
real
we are yet
scenario.
to see. We are yet to see that. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
we'll see that.
Thank you.
Okay, Shubham, you can share. Shubham.
Sir, I have created CRUD for all batch related APIs. Some validation, some messages pending.
Yeah, go ahead and share.
Okay.
Are you sharing? Yeah.
Yes, share. It visible?
Wait, wait. Yeah, visible.
Okay.
Show the UI first. Okay.
Yes. Wait,
Log.
sir. Is it visible?
Yeah, yeah. Log in now. Show this. Click. Wait, wait. Go back. Log out again. Password visible thing also you can show.
Okay.
See, those who are working on the login page now, try to implement this functionality also. See, on click of I, password gets visible. Can anyone tell me how he might have done this? You understood what is happening, right? On click of this I, password gets visible.
Changing
Again, if we click,
Input type to be changed.
uh-huh,
Input type will come from text to password.
right? So how you will do it? How you will do
Changing
it?
the type of the input.
How? That's what I'm asking.
We can set a property for that.
Right? Property binding.
Yes.
Okay, property binding you will do, and on change of it, you will have a flag. That flag true gets false, and that flag you will use it over here to either text or password. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Sir, actually implemented this toggle also.
Great.
Some UI is missing
Hmm.
there.
Have some color to the sidebar now. Now your top navbar and so everything is white only.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I will do that.
Hmm.
So actually this
Click
gate
on the
Use
new
the
batch.
Angular material.
Click on the new batch. Okay, so see, he has used the model pop-up. So everyone, you can come up with your UI. See, yesterday, last session, we have seen ChatGPT has given something different. Gemini has given something different. Bolt AI has given something different. Use again your imagination also. right? Come up with some different color combination, theme combination, different ways of doing form. Okay, great. Show the code also. Okay, I will let Shubham, I will make you host.
Okay.
Now, sometimes going on the session, you can explain your code also how you have done it. So those means B32 people, you might not be able to understand all the thing, but remaining guys, interview people and older batch, you can understand the code. Okay, Shubham, just explain the code, but explain it in a way that B32 people also should understand little bit, not everything, but little bit. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yes.
And interview session we will start after around 9:30. It's just half an hour session, question answer we will do. Interview people. Okay. Fine. Yeah, Shubham, go ahead.
Okay, so I have implemented edit and delete functionality also, and one toggle option I have shown here. So by default, I am showing table view. Okay, so when I click on this, so I'm showing on the cards also. Pagination is also implemented. Actually, there are less data. That's why only one page is showing. And when the current page is selected, so I may disable my cursor. Okay, so yes, so delete some. Yes.
Can you show this code for list and table tab view? Card view?
Yes.
Means you are using ngif, no?
Yes, I'm using control flow. So basically by
And
default,
Show the code once.
yes.
you use Angular material, na?
No, I use Tailwind CSS. C. So this is my batch component. So I'll show from first like what I did. So I used a reactive forms. Okay. So this batch form and this my table view and card view. So see, basically table view and card view should be on our all pages. Okay. So I made constant here. I made one constant file. Okay. So this
Nice.
token, user token, okay. User roles. As of now, we have only I am logged in as a that account, so it's admin. So we'll add more here, and this view mode. So basically, we'll have two views, okay. So table and card. Forget
Right.
about and this page on page also we can make it constant, okay. So page size I have maintained here. After that, yes. So for table, I took that particular data from that and put it in here, okay. And then for batch I use signal. So basically view mode, this is my default view mode, okay. So I use signal and set that particular value here. Actually I have to use this particular on my HTML file. That's why I have used one extra variable here, these two variables. And this is model about my pop-up model which is showing the current page, okay. And this loader for get batch loader. See, if I go to dashboard and if I click on this loader which I am showing, so I handle it with this, and this is add edit batch loader. Basically add and edit, I used the same model, just providing my form details in it, okay. So this the
Just
this
a moment. This
page.
view mode you are not disabling, right? Means it is showing active. Can you go to UI?
Yes.
The one which is clicked is nothing but the active one. It's not gray, na?
Which one?
Yeah, now this is table view. Now this is showing gray color around that.
Yes.
So it means active, na?
Yes, it means it's active. Yes, right.
For the moment I thought it's disabled.
No.
Okay.
Yes, we
Yes.
can do that too. Actually, when table view is active, so we can just like for pagination we had.
Right.
So yes, so like this. Basically, after this is pagination related stuff, okay. And rest the thing like while like calling get API and creating batch. So sir have explained that. So one more thing. So for batch, just again like for batch I am showing loader, okay, and the API giving the same response like response.data, and I am using close modal, okay. So whatever modal I have opened on add and edit, so basically these three things are common, okay. And after that when and in response we are getting particular data from this particular API. See, wait. So
You are
this
using CSS for model, right?
Which model?
For modal, showing up modal. So you're making use of CSS or some library are there?
Tailwind CSS I'm using.
Okay.
Yes.
Graying out background, no? Some blurring the background and showing up that.
Yes, actually, Tailwind is it's same like Bootstrap only.
Okay.
So basically, these responder data in every API will get this responder data. If we create batch and if we edit batch, so we are getting same object. So basically, instead of keeping this particular redundant same, instead of keeping the same these three lines on each method, so I kept it common. Okay. So basically, see, forget about this. So when I will create new batch, okay, so basically my this batch dot id will be 0. Okay, so I'll add this new batch and on success, so basically I'm calling this same this the just I have added this I common API response interface which sir I have just told, and rest things are same. Again, like I haven't called get API again, whatever data I had in the from the get API, so I just updated that data. This is the signal. Okay, so whatever data we received, so this data, so I'm just adding in that. So one API call also got saved here, calling get batch API continuously.
Okay.
Yes, and delete is the just we have to pass ID in the just pass ID in the API and it will get delete. And again again calling that particular get API again, so again just updating that batch signal.
So
So
what for filter and map is used? Line number 191. Why do we need to filter line number 191? Because we are deleting it from API itself, no backend database.
Yes.
Then why need to filter again here?
Basically, as I told na, so I haven't called get API here. So basically, it's just a success for I have handled. For error, I have to handle yet. Okay, I haven't handled for error responses. Basically, I'm imagining here my particular response is success, delete batch is success. So instead of calling get API, I'm just removing that get API from my
current batches signal you are removing that, right?
Yes, I'm just removing from my batch. See, I'll show you.
So there is no need of calling get API, right?
Yes, there is no need. So see, this my second, let's say I will remove this string 100 batch, okay? So delete. So API got success and it got deleted. If you want to see in network tab, I'll go to
But then somehow if API fails.
Yes, I told I have to handle error parts for all APIs.
Yes,
As of now, I handle only success
not
part.
filter it. Yeah.
Yes, so when the API will give me error, so I won't do this.
Yeah.
I'll show some error or something like that.
Correct.
Yes.
Shubham, is it mobile responsive?
One more question, Shubham.
Yes.
Go to the UI. Now this is inside dashboard. You are using batch for the batch management. Are we going to get multiple pages under batch? The only batch management page is there. I'm asking means for the upcoming pages also. On
Yes,
the side
upcoming pages is also there. Yes, yes. So basically, I'll rename that. I will rename that. Actually, we have batches here. Okay. Again, we have batch enrollments also. Batch dashboards also. So I will keep everything separate.
All tabs will be different by the name, na? In the side dashboard.
Yes.
Sidebar.
Yes.
Can you show me the hiding code for this sidebar? I tried it, but I was getting some. I'm not able to completely hide it. Yeah. No code.
So basically, wait. So this layout, okay. So again here I also used this particular signal. Basically it's false. So when I load the page, so my sidebar is open. Okay. And on clicking on it, we just have to think about CSS only. Basically, hiding like toggle will you can do it. Basically, I also face um, some challenges for CSS only. So so see. Mm, wait. Yes. So see this method I'm just calling, and this particular it's a tailwind CSS class. Okay. So basically, when my sidebar is open, so basically I'm adding this class so that all this main content got visible. So if I click on this, so I'm expanding this using the class only. We have
You
to think about CSS.
calculate it.
CSS is
Okay. You are
more sensitive.
calculating it at runtime, right? On click,
Sorry.
the width is calculated here, right?
Yes, yes. Width is getting calculated.
Okay. Right.
Mm,
Yeah. Thanks, Shubham.
yes. Someone was asking something.
Yeah, so it is a mobile responsive currently.
I haven't checked till now for mobile responsive. I'm not sure. Mostly it's not. No, it's not mobile responsive.
I'm having one more question. If we use
Hmm.
AI, and suppose now that is having some tokens, no? So today, if I generate some page and tomorrow I do the login, will it follow the same structure or what will happen? Means CSI,
Uh,
CSS and all those style, it is going to regenerate or it is going to use the same one?
can you repeat? Can you repeat, please?
Bolt AI, suppose I use it today, no? It
Okay.
has some tokens to be used, means it will generate hardly one or two component.
Yes, right, right.
Yeah. So today I generated batch component and tomorrow I need to generate say another component. So
Hmm.
what I wanted to know is it going to maintain the same style.css file for the next component or it is going to change it?
Actually, I have not used Bolt AI till now, but
Uh,
mostly it will give you same styles only. If you, it depends on our prompt only. So if we tell them that uh, I have to use yesterday's styles, whatever style
mm, mm.
classes,
We should
which
use the same thread which
Okay,
yes,
we
same thread.
used.
Right, right.
so then
Okay,
it will give same data.
okay. Yes. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so uh, anything else like again like I'll show here. So API constant I have created like this controller. These are my controllers: batch dashboard, enrollment batches, okay, and candidates API. Mostly we will not need this because for batch also we don't have anything specific from particular API from batches directly. So in so see this is my API URL is tagging API slash batches. That's why there no need of any control. So control types I have maintained this. App constant I have shown. So yes, again. So yes, so this way I have maintained it. So if anyone have any doubts, so they can ask.
Yeah, I have one doubt, Shubham. Like,
Hmm.
you have created models, right? So, are
Hmm.
you going to means follow that reusable component structure for a model?
Actually, I haven't think in that way till now. Mostly, I will do the same, like whatever you said. I'll try to do that. Do that. I haven't done till now.
As of now, you are creating models in the batch master only, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Mm. Yeah, anything else?
Can you show me that table view and card view, that HTML
Hmm?
one? Table view and card view.
You want to see HTML?
Code, in code.
Okay, wait. Mm. See, this is table view. When when I have batches, so I have added control if statement here. If I have batch length, then only I am showing this particular table view or card view, else I will show batches not available. Okay. Apart from that, so yes, so my default view is this one, table view. Okay. So yes, so according to that, it will show me table view by default. See, on the TS, I took this table view mode. Okay, this is this constant which I already told, and so view mode, this one. Okay, so if my view mode is this, so I am showing the table. Otherwise, I'll show this card view, and on click of toggle, I am changing this. Let me show toggle. So the see toggle view.
Okay.
So on click on if I'm particularly sending that data. These are the two buttons for table view and card view. Edit is also working.
Code are available in Git.
Yes, code is available in my GitHub.
We can see that. We can.
You want to see GitHub?
You are.
Yes, wait. See, this is the repo.
Okay.
So I will commit this code also. I made like whatever Chetan sir told, like subscription in batch master. We are subscribing like get API, add API, edit and delete API. So I'll have to add that subscription and ng on destroy. That thing I will add again before night. I will commit this code also. Like as of now, it's working properly on GitHub. I just made some minor changes here, like that particular API response which Chetan sir have just told us. This common module I have just created, this one. Again, same change for this service also I added here, like return type observable. Okay, this same thing. So this is my structure, code structure. Again, one more thing, like after login, okay, I am storing data in local storage. Also, I am storing the particular data in, I have created user service. Where it is? Services. But let me see.
Below. After page.
So auth service command.
After page. Below, no?
Yes, yes. Okay.
Below, under the service.
Yes, this one. So basically,
Oh, no,
I have this. Actually,
okay.
my folder structure got mismatch here. So core, constant guard model, services I used here. Again, I have created one more folder. Okay, so I will move these services to this service so that all services should be common. So yes, yeah, so I use this user service also. So when I'm logged in, so I'm storing that particular data in this particular variable so that it will be accessible from everywhere instead of continuously getting particular data from local storage. So if yes, so we layout. Okay, so this, if I reload this, so basically my user, I won't have this user dot data if I reload this page. Where it is, this one. Okay, so if I reload this, so I won't have this user data, so that I'm getting this particular data from local storage and storing it. Like after that, it will be used everywhere in the application. And on logout, so deleting this also, and local storage data also I'm deleting. See this one, remove user data. This. Any doubt?
Right now, there is no role-based authentication, right?
No, we haven't reached there yet. As of
Okay.
now, no.
And that we handle in auth guard itself, right?
Yes, we have to create separate auth guard for that.
Can't we use the
Separate-
same one, same auth guard where we are tracking authentication?
You want to see auth guard?
Huh?
Yes, see this one.
No,
This
yeah.
auth guard.
If I want to add the role-based authentication,
So yes, it will be get added here. Let's say role based auth guard. So we have to create separate separate auth guard file for the same whatever logic we have to implement. So we can implement in that, and the same thing will be go here.
okay. Can I use a single auth guard with both functions?
I don't think so. It will work. It should not be single. It should be different.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So we are. So we can close the call. So you can implement edit and delete API also.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Okay, then we will close the call. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Shubham. Bye.
Yes. Bye bye.
Thank you, Shubham.
Hi. Hello.
Yes. Yes, Vasant.
Hi, Shubham. This class 32 batch only, no?
Yes.
Is what time this class going to start every day?
Mostly it start at 9 till yesterday, but today it started at 8.
Oh.
Yes.
Because of okay, yes. I'm a little bit. I didn't get any post in the one actually, so that's what I just now only I joined. If start early, who is going to post it? That one, which batch is going to start? Then it
Chetan
will.
sir will post. Only
Okay.
Chetan sir will post. How then?
Okay.
Yes.
Shubham,
Yes.
have you learned a Tailwind or what means you have done
Basically,
all this?
I'm learning now Tailwind CSS
Okay.
using ChatGPT. Basically, knowing little things about it. Like basically, Tailwind CSS are mostly upon the classes. Like our only HTML line will get larger and larger. Okay, so whatever we have to use, whatever style we have to add, so Tailwind have
Yes.
specific classes for that. Okay, and we can create our own classes also.
Okay.
So yes, so can say like I'm learning it.
Okay. I want to ask one more question. You have used that computed. I don't understand that. What is that?
Okay, see, do you know signals?
No, I have not learned it.
Yes, actually, that's a signals part. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. So once you learn it, so you'll understand that. So basically, it depends on the. Let's say there are two variables. Okay. One is
Okay.
global variable,
Yes.
and another variable is dependent on first variable. So basically, this handle it's a signal part. Okay. So
Okay.
basically, there is my simple signal, and if my
Okay.
simple signal value got changes, so my
Yes.
computed. So in that computed, I have added that simple signal. Okay. So whenever my simple signal value got changed, so my computed signal also got changed. So this is a highly overview of it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Welcome. Okay, then we'll cut the call.
Yes.